Is it okay to talk about business finance, your company finances, in front of your kids when they are like 8, 9, 10 years old? Is it okay for them to hear numbers such as €1,000,000, or I've just paid an invoice for €30,000, or whatever in this range? Because on the flip side, when we talk personal finance or within the family, we could discuss something like, I don't know, €2,000 for something in the family. That's considered quite a lot of money. But then 2 hours later we'll be talking about business finances, and it's going to be like 70,000, 80,000 as a everyday stuff. So how does that influence this kids? When you own a company, when the company is basically family owned, that is our case, it's inevitable that business and personal will overlap, as well as finances will overlap, at least be dependent on each other. So it's really difficult to leave the kids out of this conversation, but then maybe we should. I'm really not certain what is the best course of action when it comes to talking in front of your kids about business financing, because what happens is that they will hear a number like $500,000 for whatever, and they also know that, I don't know, a Lamborghini is like $350 or something like that, and in their mind it's like, all right, so my mom and dad, or we as a family, we could buy a Lamborghini, right? We are that rich, and the reality is far from it. So is that a good thing that they are growing up with all these numbers? And of course at some point we will sort this out and they will get the thing, and they'll understand the differences between corporate finance and personal finance, but right now they don't. So I'm basically asking myself, did I make a mistake talking with my wife about these things in front of my kids? Should I wait until they're like 15, 16, 17 years old, capable of fully understanding the differences? I don't know, maybe we did make a mistake, I'm not sure. But what I do see is that at their age right now, when they're 10, 11, they just don't understand the difference between 20,000 euros at a company versus 1,000 euros as a family budget. They don't grasp this, and what I'm asking basically myself publicly for this video is how to get the kids to grow into understanding finances in a way that is true. Because you can get tricked so quickly with all this, you can borrow money, you can invest, what are real costs, what are, the amortization that comes with it, what is actual profit, then taxes and all of this. They hear all of these things, but they only understand the number. They don't understand the concept behind it, and it's really difficult to explain it to a 10 years old. So I'm basically wondering, is it okay, or what are the benefits if the kids do grow up with these numbers and all this vocabulary in their life? Or would it be just smarter to just not talk about this until they are like in their teenage, or even maybe 18, 19 years of age? I don't know, let me know in the comments what you think. I'm really not sure, but what I do want to say or share in this video is like, think, at least for a brief moment, do you want to have your kids in this, or influenced by the numbers that you will inevitably talk about with your spouse when you have a family-owned company? Do you want them to be there, yes or no? If you don't know, then okay, just go with it as I did. But maybe you do have something in you telling you it's right or it's wrong. So take a moment to think about it, because I didn't, and now I'm doing that a decade too late. And hey, it is what it is. I'm just trying to make the best out of it, I guess. All right, let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts on this. Cheers.